Hello everyone, I'm Kevin. Hands up who knows what this is. Smart. I like presentations that have images because it helps you to do the thinking rather than reading the words. And the reason I've chosen this image is because I thought it would be funny to stand in front of a picture of a dildo for 3 minutes. But it's also extremely relevant to my work. The PhD I'm doing is on the boundary objects of co-design for product firmware. And this is an illustration that software gets literally everywhere. This has a single button in terms of an interface. You can't kind of bring the model of desktop UI and kind of widgets and drop-down boxes and so on. It's very hard to engage people in that way. And so what we need is some kind of a boundary object, some kind of, and this is an example for me to discuss my research of a boundary object, something we can both see, both think about, both comprehend, maybe use as a basis for discussion and knowledge exchange. But products like this, and products like a whole host of things that don't have a screen and don't have a kind of model like a desktop or a phone of drawing pixels onto a screen and being networked and so on. There's lots and lots of products of that kind. This is an example where it proves that the behaviour of those things can be intensely personal. There's no one-size-fits-all model, necessarily, for what the behaviour of some of these products should be. Very often the people that engineer the behaviours for these products are not the experts in the field. They're not even maybe involved in using these things in the field. And nevertheless, they're asked to sort of define the behaviours for things like this. So my suspicion, for example, is that the product firmware for this may easily have been written by a man. So, which is to say that if we assume that the primary market is female, it's interesting to know whether we can get people engaged in the design of software for devices like this, which don't have UIs, and where essentially all of the sort of model of internally how they think and how they operate and what their defaults are and what do they do when you turn them on and what do they do when, ... to get people engaged in that process, get people to tell us, but also actually make design decisions rather than merely just writing down what they think and then going away and doing the engineering. We'd like to facilitate the domain experts, the users, to actually design their own behaviours for devices of this kind. So, question is, what representations can you use to facilitate that exchange? What kind of educational support do you need to give somebody to think about what's possible? What kind of activities would you have running in a workshop? And hopefully in 2 years I'll have some answers. Thank you very much.